We had some milestones set last night in volleyball, but we're going to start off with tennis, where Charlotte Schwalbe of the Kemper girls tennis team would finish up in 5th place at the state individual tournament down in Iowa City, wrapping up a 2-0 day yesterday. She picked up a 6-1, 6-love victory in the consolation round, then won her 5th place matchup in 2 sets, but both of them going to tiebreakers, winning 7-6, 7-4, and 7-6, 7-3. We move now to cross country on the girls' side of things. Arweva and IK Manning were down at the IK Manning Invite. IK Manning won it with 26 points. Arweva did not have a team score with just 2 runners. Addison Bando took 6 for the Wolves, with Catherine Connor finishing up in 9th place for Arweva. Vivian Blackford finished 19th, and Gabby Hunling would finish up in 20th place. On the boys' side of things, IK Manning hosted their invite. They would win it with 41 points, edging by Woodbine, who had 43 points. Camden Morris finished in 5th place. Akio Maynard would finish up in 8th place. Over to volleyball action. It was Carol Falling to Bondurant for our last night 3-0, 25-21, 25-23, and 26-24 for the Tigers last night. Aubrey Drake had 9 digs. It was Chloe Cook finishing up with 3 kills and 2 blocks. Audubon falls to AHST of Oka Walnut in 5, 25-23, 22-25, 25-16, 24-26, and 15-10. Anna Larson had 4 kills to go with 24 assists, 13 digs, and 2 aces. Harlow Miller would add 17 kills, 2 blocks, 17 digs, and 3 aces. Exire Elkhorn Gimbledon slides past Glidden Ralston 3-0, 25-15, 25-18, and at 25-19. For the Spartans last night, Jalen Peterson had 20 kills to go with 4 digs. Zoe Rasmussen had 24 assists to go with 3 aces. For the Wildcats, it was Cassidy Wink with 8 kills to go with 3 digs and 2 aces. Chloe Peters would add 4 digs. Coon Rapids Bayard sweeps by Peyton Sheridan 25-6, 25-19, and 25-6. For the Crusaders, Malia Kleberg had 25 kills to go with 9 digs and 3 aces. Amelia Cook had 31 assists to go with 9 digs. Those 31 assists put her over 1,000 for her career. She's just a sophomore. For Peyton Sheridan, Mia Russell had 3 kills to go with 3 digs. It was Eden Smith with 4 kills and 5 digs. South Central Calhoun falls to Manson Northwest Webster in 5, 25-10, 19-25, 25-27, 25-19, and 15-11. Blair Schleichman had 12 digs. Olivia Weiss would finish up with 15 kills to go at 9 digs and 2 aces. Esac County falling to Sioux Central in 4, 27-25, 19-25, 27-25, and 26-24. For the Raiders last night, Jordan Carroll had 33 assists and 20 digs. Those 33 assists made her the all-time assist leader in Esac County history. Brooke Burns added 11 digs and 5 aces. The Kemper Knights have started off 5-0 on the year. They'll host Spirit Lake coming up tonight, even with a perfect start. Knights head coach Ryan Steinkamp detailed what they're still working on.
I mean, it's definitely, we focus on all 3 phases. We want, clean special teams, defense. We talk about, money downs, getting down the outfield and third down, trying to get some turnovers, just playing complementary football.
Spirit Lakes comes in at 0-2 in the district, but they have pushed both Okoboji and OABCIG to 1-score games. The Indians aim to do the same against the Knights. You can listen to that game tonight. Again, on KCIM tonight, we'll have Nick Brinks and Nathan Graving on the broadcast. Brinks Exterior Preview Show will do about 6:20 with the kickoff of that game at 7 o'clock. Carroll Tigers started district play out to a 1-0 after a Week 5 win over Harlan. The Tigers' Week 6 opponent, Greene County, mirrored it with a win over Perry. Carroll produced 277 of their 437 yards on the night on the ground game. Head coach Craig Rowetter says the Rams bring a larger front to try and stop their run.
They'll probably bring 4 to 5 man fronts. Nothing that we haven't seen yet. One thing they typically do is they like to submarine you on up front, so you don't really run right at them, which really for us it's not a big part of our game because we'll pull our guards. So if they want to dive on the ground and try to make a mess in the middle, we're fine.
The Tigers have the second leading rusher in Class 3A with Adam Malik, who has 730 yards on the season and rushes for 6.1 yards per carry. He will be a big focus for the Rams' defensive scheme. Now, that game will be tonight on 93.7 KKRL. Mason Nealon and Jackson Kerrigan will have the broadcast. Brinks Exterior Preview Show around 6:15 tonight with kickoff of that game as well at 7 o'clock. Coon Rapids Bayard sits at 4-1 on the season, 3-1 in the district. The Crusaders sit with their hardest 2-game stretch of the season, coming up with Wood Woodbine, then Audubon. Crusaders face two top 5 opponents in the next 2 weeks. Woodbine sits at number 2 and is a very solid team. Head coach Nathan Lindsay acknowledges the challenge the Crusaders will face.
Try and limit them. Again, obviously they're a really good football team, and it's been showing this year. They've been, dominating game in and game out. So we're going to have our hands full, but again, I'm excited for the challenge.
Crusaders will need to keep getting big performances from Ethan Bauer and Caden Oswald on the offensive end of the ball if they want to take down Woodbine. IKM Manning faces another challenge this week as their early district schedule has been loaded. The Wolves travel to Loma with both teams needing a win to stay in the hunt for a second place in the district and to control their own destiny in the playoff push. The Panthers suffered an injury at quarterback early in the season, but that hasn't changed what they like to do on offense, as Wolves head coach Corey McCarville.
They do a lot of bubble. They have a big tight end, the number 44. They do a lot of bubble with him, and he's a load to bring down. They'll do a lot of some jet sweep with the Yoder kid, number 8. He's effective at it.
He says that the Panthers like to take whatever the defense will give them. That game does kick at 7 o'clock tonight. Rest of the area schedule, ESAC at South Central Calhoun. That'll be on Kick 106.7 with pregame at about 6:15 and the kickoff at 7 o'clock tonight. I'll have the broadcast with Todd Danner. Audubon entertains at Glidden Ralston, and it'll be Arweva home to Griswold. Both of those teams starting at 7 o'clock. New Way Forward scoreboard show tonight from 10 to midnight on KCIM and Kick with Casey Miners, Craig Lux, and Jim Molitor. On the show tonight, interviews again with all of the area coaches, plus scores from our area schools and the area districts and scores from around the state. That's a look at sports here on the CB Sports Network. I'm Jeff Blankman reporting.